everyone, and welcome back to Creature Corner, the GDQ Hotfix show that features runs that primarily feature non-human player characters or protagonists. We've got a really special show for you all tonight because this is N64, Nintendo 64, Creature Collectathon show. We've got Banjo-Kazooie Any by Funderful coming up first, and then later we're going to have our very first race that Creature Corner has ever had with Donkey Kong 64, Tag Anywhere, no levels early, two-player race between T.J. Blakely and A. Whitmore. So, absolutely stacked show tonight. Y'all aren't going to want to miss a single minute, and neither do I, so let's get started with that run. Hi, Funderful.
Hello there. Yes, I am Funderful. I am currently holding the record, actually, in this category for Banjo here. So this should be a very fun run. We also have TSR Stormed as a commentator. He was supposed to do the run here, but he is instead just going to be commentating for me today. So hello there, TSR Storm.
Yo, how's it going?
Oh, it's going good. It's a little nerve-wracking, honestly, but
no, you got this. You run this game every day.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, you're gonna get it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I guess I'm pretty much good to go. So whenever you guys are ready,
absolutely. Go ahead and give a countdown, and then we'll get started.
Perfect. We will begin on go from 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Let's do it. Thank you, thank you. So I guess really quick, I'll just start out and say that this any % run is done with the glitch called FFM. We already preset that up before the run started, so you're going to see some interesting stuff happen right as we enter Mumbo's Mountain, and I'll let Storm take over on what FFM is.
Yeah, so FFM stands for Furnace Fun Moves. So basically we have a file already set that has Furnace Fun unlocked, and we have all our moves that we want unlocked on that file. And then we just die in a minigame square in Furnace Fun, or not die, but game over. And then you can go back to file select, start a run, and then once you enter Mumbo's Mountain, you'll have all the moves in the game. So it's a very, very important trick in this run and saves a lot of time.
Yeah, I think for any % for sure, it's way more important in time save. I forget exactly how much time it saves, over 100%, but you'll see what we get to do with a lot of the earlier moves. It's actually very, very fun.
There's one move that's like really important for getting into a world early, so we'll be seeing that in a couple minutes here.
Yeah. But the start of the run's pretty standard still.
Yeah.
As you saw, we just skipped a bunch of stuff in Spiral. We don't care about that. It's any %.
Yeah.
We just want to go find Grunty and beat her here, so gotta climb
fun fact, the Jiggy he just collected is going to be the only Jiggy we're going to be collecting in the entire run.
That's true. That was like a pretty recent change too. Yeah.
Yep.
Say bye.
Yeah.
No more dances.
And it's actually thanks to TSR Stormed here because of the way we now do the route. So thank you for making it a 1 Jiggy run, technically.
I mean, it's always been a one. It's always been like a 1 Jiggy run, but I found a new setup for a trick we're going to be doing in a couple minutes. So yeah, we'll explain that more once we get to it.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, goodbye, Jiggy. We don't need
goodbye.
You.
Don't need it. And so the goal of this run is that we need 810 notes to defeat Grunty, because there is no way to skip that final note door. At least to RTA. There's been ways and tasks, but not RTA. So yeah, only a robot can do it.
Yeah. Sadly, I have not upgraded yet, so.
Yeah. Doesn't have that cyborg chip yet, unfortunately.
No. Yeah, gonna have to wait a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, that means we have to go into every world in the game.
Yeah.
So
the only one we get to thankfully skip, at least there's one we get to skip, which is Winter, right? We don't actually go in there at all for anything. So that's
for Cook Awkward, yeah.
Time save. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, shoutouts to good Ticker the Termite RNG there. I did not need to kill him. That's very nice.
Nice.
Sometimes he'll be all over in those notes, and that's just kind of annoying.
And something fun to mention is that we're playing on the NTSC 1.0 version of the game, and that actually allows us to climb that tower to get those notes. If you were playing on NTSC 1.1, Japanese, or Xbox, you can't do that. So you'd have to find 6 other notes somewhere else. Or you could do frame perfect jumps up the Termite Tower if you want, but No.
Not as appealing, no.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because of the slope abuse that we kind of do there.
Yeah.
We don't even need the termite at all this run, so it's very nice.
Yep. So we can skip using those 5 tokens.
Yeah. And another question I got a lot was what I just did there. It's a lot of people are asking, oh, how do you like go down in the water that quickly? And that's called a quick dive. Basically, right now I'm in Talon Trot. And when you're doing the animation to leave Talon Trot, while you're going into water, you just dip right through the water and you go quite a distance, which is pretty cool. So,
yeah, very useful trick for getting underwater really fast. You can also do that with gold feathers as well, but you just don't want to do that in this run. Gold feathers are very sacred, so you gotta conserve and use them wisely. So now we're going to be
start so far.
doing our first level early, Treasure Trove Cove early. So this is a Nintendo 64 exclusive trick where you can clip into this cannon in the lobby here and get into the level early by pretty much jumping out of bounds and swimming up to the loading zone. It's very difficult, so we'll see how Thunder does.
Oh, dear.
Oh, the camera.
Wait.
That's okay.
Almost.
Yeah, so we barely just missed the loading zone there with that beak bust.
We'll just get to see it again.
Yeah.
Much better.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, this is a very difficult trick, so... Sweet.
So, there is an issue now because I did mess up that trick. I am now down 1 extra life. Now I'm at 3. I should be at 4, so we will have to route that in somewhere else. I'll just have to
top of
keep that in
Cooklockwood
mind.
lobby. Like the...
Yeah, most likely. But not the end of the world. It's all good.
Oh, yeah, that's completely fine.
That's what's cool about marathon settings is, in a standard run, you probably just would never get to see what that kind of backup looks like. And we do.
No, because I would have already reset the run by now.
But
that's yeah. That's one thing that I probably should have been practicing more of is like more backup strats for certain things. So we'll be doing things I most likely won't normally be doing on this run today, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the nice part about not needing any of those jiggies. We just skip right past that previous room with the TTC puzzle and the Clankers puzzle. So we don't even open the levels. We do some fancy stuff to get in them, and we're good to go.
Yeah, so it saves 2 jiggies to get into TTC early, so it's not that big of a deal compared to the other levels, but it's we got to go fast. Any time saved is appreciated.
Mm-hmm. And here you'll notice I, again, skip bottles entirely. We already have all the abilities because of that setup we did before the run started. So no need to talk to him. You can already see the flight pad is already lit up as if we can use it. So you know what? I think I'll use it. We'll probably use it.
Yep. Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, yeah.
Grab some of these.
Yeah. And then you can also use your beak bomb here, which saves a lot of time navigating.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the main collectible of this run, other than notes, is like Mumbo tokens. So we need 45 Mumbo tokens throughout the entire run. 20 for the pumpkin, 25 for the bee. And the pumpkin is important because the pumpkin is required to raise the water level, which allows us to get, into Rusty Bucket Bay, into Cooklockwood, all those levels, so.
Yeah, it would be so nice if we didn't need the pumpkin for later, but yeah, that is an extra 20 tokens. If we could skip needing those 20, that would save so much more time too, but oh well. It's all good. Not the worst TTC so far.
Yeah, just a lot of cleanup here with the notes, trying to get them as fast as possible. Uh-oh. Yeah, you gotta get that.
Excuse me. There's actually a little fun fact about that chest that recently Giant Jigglypuff mentioned. Apparently, if you do what I did and you grab that first token, but then you leave the other token, and I think you like die or you leave the level, apparently the game will just straight up delete that token. Like you will not have the chance to get that token back. Apparently they're connected in some sort of weird way that if you grab the one but not the other and then leave the level, it's just gone.
Yeah, there's another token like that in Clockwood. It's very weird. There's a lot of like weird flag issues in this game.
Yeah. So I was trying to sneak under the Nipper the Crab here. I was trying to sneak under his claw. Sadly, I did not do that right, so I have to go safety strats.
Yeah, it's whatever. That's completely fine.
Didn't want to risk, losing this run to him, though, because that's 6 extra notes in here I would have to actually grab. So
yeah,
that's
true.
one thing that's different between consoles is if I were to have died there and didn't grab those notes, I would need to go back and collect all other notes if I had to. We do have backup notes, but if you're on the Xbox console, you could just run back in there, grab the notes. They all save, so
yeah,
it's nice.
Among other major differences, so
yeah. Alrighty.
I think a question that myself and maybe some others in chat might be asking is, you're jumping kind of backwards-ish and getting up these slopes really fast and just going through really fast. What kind of movement does that look like? Like, what are your inputs?
So, this in this form here kind of thing, or
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in Talent Trot, yeah.
Oh yeah, Talent Trot. I'll explain it maybe in a second. I'm just gonna quickly do this one trick called a bit clip, and I do need just to listen for my audio here. So just give me 1 second. Oh, jeez, that's not good. Okay, so I did fail it. I didn't get the frame that I needed. That's unfortunate. I think I was like 1 frame off of the one I needed.
Just get that extra life on top of the...
Yeah.
And then you can just die if you want.
Yeah. So yeah, Talon Trot is definitely the fastest form of movement. That's why I'm always in this. I think it's like 600 units you instantly move. That's how much speed you get. Whereas any other form is just not quite as fast. So that's why we're always kind of in that form. I can understand people may not appreciate it because all you hear is roo, roo, roo constantly throughout the run. But it is the fastest form, so we kind of need it. All right, let's try this again here. I have to do this too, which is unfortunate.
I'm not liking this. Yeah, I'm not liking this.
It's not gonna work. Nope. God, what did I do?
Oh no.
That's not good.
That's all right.
I knew this would happen. This is fine.
This is a very difficult trick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a really hard trick.
Yeah, this is pretty much like float precise, which just means it's like 100,000th of a unit precise, and you have to get into the exact same spot every time, and it's a very ridiculous trick.
Yeah. Every input counts, so you just need to be very careful with how you do it. I'm not being careful enough, apparently. It's okay. Oh, Grunty. Oh, no. Okay, that's a bit more promising. And there it is. Perfect.
Nice.
And that is a bit clip.
Yep.
Whoa.
All right, so I'll try to explain that. So basically, this game's made up of a bunch of triangles, and between connecting triangles, there's a thing called a seam, and there are floating point rounding errors within the ground, and these are very, very precise. You have to basically generate a setup via like a Python script in order to find these setups, and you have to do the exact same movement every single time in order to get to that spot, and it's very, very difficult. And yeah, and that was actually recently discovered by yours truly, and that saves around 10 seconds over the last setup, which was very complicated. And the last setup is kind of like TTC early, where you have to like go out of bounds, then go underwater and swim into the loading zone, where this one is a little bit more easier.
Yeah, for sure. And you saying it easier and I still mess it up a few times, it just goes to show how difficult the trick actually is.
Yeah.
To try and do it fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So again, it would obviously be faster to do that the first try.
Definitely.
It's okay.
Hey, I think
Why not
I
third
would
try?
take maybe 40,000 tries to do it, so.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the thing with those clips too, you would never be able to just like walk up to that spot I was at and just risk it. You could never try and just jump into this hole. It's such a small hole. You would probably win the lottery first before you'd ever jump into the hole. Like it's
yeah,
so
pretty much. Yeah.
We've got a question about how much BGS early saves in chat.
It's a good question. How many jiggies is the puzzle? Exactly. I forget.
It's like 5, right? So you skip 5 jiggies, and I think we time it to be like, or at least okay. So what we used to do is go into Clankers Cavern as Banjo, and then do this level as the B, and you'll see why we do that later. But now we just skip Clankers for later. Mm-hmm. And I think that saves around like 20 seconds, I think. So it's pretty important.
Yeah, that sounds brilliant. Yeah, because that's probably the next question people have. It's like, why aren't you in Clankers right now? Why'd you just go straight to Bubble Glue? But we will go to Clankers later. It's technically faster to do it later as the B transformation.
Yeah.
As like Storm said earlier, we only care about 2 collectibles at this point. It's notes and tokens and nothing else really. Maybe extra lives now at this point too, since I did mess up. So
yeah, I gotta go through this slow maze with the waiting boots, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This section is so cool as the B though. I wish it was still in, but
I probably could have done the run with that other route, but I know it's not quite as fast.
So I just got to get these final few notes here, and then we're going to be doing a death warp. And death warps are pretty important in this game. Just allows you to go back to the level pad and exit the level pretty fast.
That's why you'll see in a lot of levels I'll be kind of at low-ish HP maybe. That's because we line up the damages so we're able to death warp right at the end like we are here. And there we are.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that's actually pretty decent BGS. I would say.
Yeah.
That's okay. Not too bad. Okay.
Then we got another trick upcoming. Freezes you peak early. So this trick only works with Furnace Fun moves. So basically what we're going to be doing is beak bombing into a slope, which will allow us to go out of bounds, and then we can fly into the loading zone for Freezes you peak and enter early without opening it.
Yeah.
It's kind of complicated, but this is one of the more easier earlies. I don't want to jinx it now, but
yeah, no, I would say it arguably is an easier like out of bounds glitch to kind of do, or early, I should say.
Yeah.
But just like anything, you will still find ways to mess it up.
Yeah, I know.
We'll see.
Or the enemy can be in the way. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong, but you got this.
Not this run. It's gonna go perfectly this run, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. I thought this was any percent.
Oh, that's true. My bad.
Let's see. Oh, Gruntling, where are you? Please don't be in the way. That's a good boy. All right. I think. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. Okay. And then we just do one of these. I almost panicked for a second. Look at my feather count, right?
I know, I saw that. I was like, you're supposed to have 7 for safety.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm doing that. This is a marathon setting. I should have more feathers. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, the minimum amount of feathers you need there. Yeah.
It's fine.
you need at least 6, and you had 6, so
Perfect.
we're good though.
Yeah. Also, to those that wanted me to save Boggy, I'm so sorry I can't do that right now. I gotta go fast, so
Yeah, unfortunately. No buggy.
Yeah. The best I could do is just hop over him, and that's about it. So
Yeah, give him a love tap.
yeah, exactly. I will say, like, I do enjoy the 100% version of this level versus any percent. Like, any percent, this level is only, like, it's, like, less than 3 minutes long. But I actually do like the mini games they have here compared to, like, Bubble Gloop Swamp with, like, Mr. Vile. The mini games just last way too long.
Mm-hmm.
The race is a lot of fun. But we don't do that because, you know, it's still slow.
Ooh,
I know, I saw that.
that snowball. Whoa,
Oh,
nice.
okay,
that was sick.
Ooh, that
So I
was
did
Nice
get
job.
that. No, that's good. Ugh,
Yeah, that's very precise.
for sure.
let's go. Oh, man. Yeah, I kind of got a haircut there. That was... I don't know why the snowball was that close to me. I thought I was fine, but Snowman says otherwise. Sir Slush does not like...
Yeah, I thought that it was gonna for sure hate you. That was crazy.
That's all good. All right.
So yeah, that would be. I think that's the last time we use a fly pad until the final boss. I think, right? Am I right about that?
That would be correct, yeah.
Yep. So no more flying until the final boss.
Yeah, I think we only use a total of, like, maybe... What is it, 25 feathers or something in this whole run? Like, it's...
Yeah.
Maybe even less than that. I think it's because I grab extras, so... But yeah, we really don't fly that much, which is kind of nice. Well, not as Banjo and Kazooie.
Yeah.
We will see.
Yep. Yeah, almost done. Just got to get some more notes in the water here, which is pretty complicated. You have to, like, I think the water damages you like every 2 seconds or so. It's pretty difficult to actually get to the end here with the amount of health you want.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. Yeah, just stand still, please.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, I'm getting...
Gosh.
I'm getting sniped from both sides. We gotta wait.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Just, you gotta wait.
Fun fact,
Wait.
you can punch the snowballs to get health back, so that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I need one more. I hear it. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, my health.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is... Okay, I don't know what I'm
Go to
doing,
the
man.
other side, please. Get away from the snowbed. Yeah, there you go. Stand there. That should be fun.
Perfect.
All right.
This is why you watch live
Now
runs,
we can
everybody.
grab this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most intense snowball fight of your life.
Unfortunately, I lost badly.
Yeah, that was a lot of time. Yeah.
See, it's one of those things where I know I shouldn't be standing right... Because there's another Sir Slush throwing another snowball right behind me there, right? I panicked, man. I don't know what to tell you. Gotta say, not the cleanest run I've had. So one thing I'll mention here with this Mumbo, because he just woke up for the very first time. That's where we finally woke him up. He has 2 text boxes that if you don't wake him up there during the death animation of leaving FP there, he will talk to you for sure in the next level in the mansion, which is like a slight time loss. So we want to make sure he wakes up for a moment.
Yeah, just saves a couple seconds.
Yeah.
All right, well, during our next early, and we're going to be doing Mad Monster Mansion early, this is also a bit clip, so very, very precise.
Yeah. Gotta love the precise ones.
Yeah, I got to
There's
open
been
up
like
this gate.
Yeah, kind of a recent way to... I'll see if I can get it good here. Hold on. Nope. Never mind. All good.
Oh, good.
And we can just fall out of bounds. And the reason why we do that is so that the game resets us back to this position, which is the faster way to go rather than running back. So here comes bit clip number 2. Hopefully. Just kidding.
Never mind. Yeah, frame too early. You paused 1 frame too early, unfortunately. Has to do the entire setup again.
Yeah. So again, bit clips are very precise. You can't just continue where you left off. You need this exact positioning, and you need exact pauses, all this and that to make it work. So fortunately, that was not good. Okay, so now we have frame B.
Yep. This is the slower frame by like about 10 seconds. Oh no.
Okay, so
Thunder.
I am...
I don't even know what happened there. What happened?
Okay, so what happened there was Grunty talked, and you do not want Grunty to talk during bit clip setups. She can cause lag frames. She just causes, like, I can't see sometimes, my visual cues, all that. I was holding down the L, R, and B button to cancel her text, and that makes me let go of crouching. So that was the issue there. That's why I started moving when I shouldn't have. But now we are okay, I hope. Again, we're just doing some pretty precise setups, looking at certain visual cues to be able to make this work. That does not work, so we try again. That does not work, we try again. That does work. 1, 2, 3. 4 in.
Sweet.
Let's go.
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely the marathon nerves kicking in, man. I just...
You want to focus up and I can talk a little bit about bits and other cool things?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah, well, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits shared on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games and Quick Hotfix. If you enjoy watching speedruns, consider subscribing to the channel to get access to our emotes, have ad-free viewing, and chat with other subscribers during our replays. So if you're liking the bit clips, you know what to do. Help support GDQ.
There you go. Perfect. That's convenient. Awesome. So yeah, nothing too special in the mansion. I would say this is probably the hardest level you play as Banjo and Kazooie, just in terms of speed. There's no real tricks to it, so you're mainly relying on just your fast movement to try and save time.
Yep.
So. Oops. Small things like that eventually add up through the mansion. It's
Yeah, it's very movement based.
So I guess another thing I'll mention too is because we only need 810 notes to open up the final door to go beat Grunty, you've probably already noticed we haven't been grabbing every single note out of all the levels. It's actually just not faster to. There are some single notes, like in Treasure Trove Cove, we missed one note there. It's just too slow to grab on its own. So we instead just split it up between all the levels that we do go to, and we total it up to 810 later.
Yeah, it's the biggest bottleneck in this run is that 810 note door. If there was a skip, you know, it would save so much time. It'd be crazy. Yeah, we're kind of required to go into this level now because we need that pumpkin transformation to raise that water level, which is also something that is kind of being looked into. You know, we got to try to skip that someday, so.
Yeah, for sure.
And, yeah, just the perils of N64, unfortunately. Ooh! Actually, I haven't seen this in a while.
Me neither. It's just
not that big of a deal. Yeah.
Woo-hoo. I don't know why I'm jumping like that. He's already waiting.
You don't need the jiggy, so.
Yeah. Hello, Napper. rather than running through the start of the maze, it's actually just faster to jump on top like that. These guys like to laugh at me a lot. Especially at how I'm doing this run.
We're going to do a very precise jump here off this honey hive. He kind of has a cycle where he goes up and down. You can catch it at the right time to jump over and get into the church area.
Go.
And then, yeah, just a lot of cleanup.
All right.
Yep. And now we're going to be transforming into the pumpkin.
I hope I am. That's another.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh,
You
no.
don't. You're not guaranteed to, and we will see if my tokens go down in numbers, which they do, thankfully.
Okay, good. Still one more chance, but there's, I think, is it 10%? I always forget. I looked at the code for it. I think it's 10%.
Yeah.
There's a 10% chance you can turn into a washing machine, and it loses you a ton of time, so it's like 10 seconds or something. It's pretty bad.
Oh,
And then there's like a 1% chance that you can turn into a T-Rex. I mean, Mumbo doesn't actually turn you into a T-Rex, but he tries to, and then he says like, oh, I'll save it for the next game. And that loses even more time, so yeah.
that is a wild assortment of creatures? Question mark?
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Oops. Yeah, so you have like quite a few transformations in this game. I forget how many total there is between all the levels, but we only use the 2 of them.
Yeah.
The pumpkin and the bee.
Yeah, the bee is very powerful, and you're going to be seeing that after Click Clock Wood, so. And that's only in a few minutes. Little damage boost there to get that token in that whip crack enemy.
Yeah, you get to use your invincibility frames from the first hit to be able to sneak in a little farther to grab that token, which is very nice.
Yep. Yeah, this run is very token heavy compared to at least 100%, where 100%, like pretty much each token you grab is like only wastes you like 2 seconds. But in this, there's like tokens that lose you like 8 seconds or something. It's pretty crazy. So you have to get 45 Mumbo tokens pretty fast, whereas in 100%, you kind of just get them as you go, and you always usually have enough.
Yeah, and there is the mansion. See, that's one thing I love is when you leave the levels, the door is still closed, right? But you just phase through it as if it's open. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
And this room here is why the pumpkin is needed, because in order to gain access to the other parts of the lair, we need to hit the water switch inside this little coffin. I don't know if there's any way to get Banjo themselves in here. I think that doorway is just coded for the pumpkin specifically, so.
Yep. Unless we find a way to like wrong warp, I don't think it's happening, unfortunately. I think it's more likely that we just find a way to levitate in the room that's being shown right there, so. RBB lobby.
And in 100% runs, this is where you would have actually reset the console to actually warp yourself back to the start of the lair. We don't do that here for the any percent run because we don't need to go back that far. So we just use the pumpkin to run back. So again, this is where a huge time save would come into play. Skipping all this, walk back. It's fun. But honestly, at the same time, I feel like a lot of people love the pumpkin. So here, enjoy the pumpkin for a little bit.
I hate the pumpkin.
Okay, not everyone, sorry.
No, yeah, I hate him. Get him out of the speedrun. He's too slow.
To the pumpkin or disavow the pumpkin in chat.
He's got a cool little backpack and some yellow shorts still. Like, how you gonna hate that?
It's like a nice enough gourd vegetable. I don't know.
Exactly.
Orange, you glad we have pumpkin in this run? Yeah.
Alrighty. So, we did do that out of bounds section in this room to do freeze easy peek earlier. We technically could go out of bounds again to skip this, but we might as well just open the door. We got enough notes now, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Unfortunately, we can't skip the next note door, which is the 640 note door, but there is a way to skip that, and we'll see that just in a second. But the gist of it is basically you can build up a ton of speed on this ledge near the third water switch, and once you hit the third water switch and then the water is raised for a little bit, you can use that to just jump into the loading zone once you reach out of bounds. So nice. Also a nice quick dive. Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's like a different type of quick dive. It's like the opposite because a cutscene is playing, I guess, and when that's happening, you still just kind of phase through, I guess, in Talent Trot. So it's really weird. But
yeah, that one's pretty difficult. So good job.
Thanks. Because I did not get it many times today in my run. Not all the way down, at least. All right. Break that open.
And then we're going to be doing our 640 skip here.
Got to turn the camera to make it face this way.
Building up a ton of speed here. And then clipping through.
Hello.
Using that out of bounds water to enter loading zone without opening the note door. Very easy skip.
Very nice. Oh, yeah. Just quickly bob and weave against those guys. Hey, first try leaf jump in a marathon. That's insane. I love it.
Not killing the grublin either. Okay, I see you.
It's because I got so unlucky today that if he is in my way right now, we'll be fine.
The game hears you. They're like, okay, it's time to not agitate them. Especially not on Funderful's birthday. I feel like I've been saying this in chat. I know it's not your birthday.
Happy birthday!
I gotta give him the bone. I gotta help chat out.
Thank you for the happy birthdays, chat. It's not my birthday. It's been a running joke for a while now, but it's all good. All right, so time for another bit clip.
Yep, another bit clip, same deal.
Yeah. We just got frame B, which is my favorite one, even though it's not the fastest. Looks good. Nice. Grunty, not now. One, two. There it is.
Nice. Okay, getting that first try is very impressive. So,
yeah,
for that.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's the hardest bit clip I think in the entire game. So.
Oh, absolutely. I was struggling so much earlier. That killed a couple of world record pace runs today. Honestly, I was actually on a very good pace. That trick just killed it. Thankfully, during this run, we got it first try too. And it's really good.
Yeah.
You're bringing it back. You're gaming. It's awesome.
Bring it back. Yep.
On the one split. Let's go. All right.
So yeah, very long segment here of just getting all these notes in Click Clock Wood. You got to go into spring, and then summer, and then autumn, and then you skip winter, but then you come back into spring, get the rest of the notes in Mumbo tokens, and transform into the bee. And you'll see why we're going to be using the bee, because it's very powerful.
Also, shout outs to Click Clock Wood soundtrack because it's a lot
banger.
Of people's favorites.
It's a banger.
Also, shout outs to the bee. I know when I played this game, that was definitely my favorite way to go around the levels.
Oh, yeah. Boink. Alrighty. And that's probably why I prefer any percent as a speedrun right now, because the B movement is arguably just the most fun movement for me. I know a lot of people might disagree on that, but if you do control the B really, really well, it can be so much fun to just zoom through the levels.
Yeah.
Just grab what you need real quick.
Yeah, the B's are very, very fun.
Alright, so summer is not too bad either. Oops. Again, just grabbing a couple notes here and there, some tokens. Trying to get by some cluckers.
Yeah, very token heavy season here.
Do a little jump like this to avoid these guys. I should be falling right now. I'm pretty sure that should have hit me. Visually, that did not look right. But okay.
Yeah. All right, scary jump coming up.
All good. All good.
All good. Yep. So that what is it called again?
Snare bear.
Snare bear. That snare bear has a very small hitbox, and it's pretty much only in the middle of the character object, so you can kind of just stand on a part where there's no hitbox and use it to get over there. So it looks very scary, but it's actually very free. So,
and we're gonna see that when we enter fall, because the snare bears in summer are kind of like medium-ish sized, and then the ones in fall are even bigger. So we'll see right when we get into the fall here. It's gonna.
Yep.
You should take damage. It's crazy that you don't, but. Should we help him out? Yeah, let's help him out. Sure. There you go. Go back home. I'll just sneak those on the way out.
Finish up summer here.
Really precise jump here. It's not that precise. They just like Storm said, the hitbox is just so small.
I still go around that snare bear. I'm too scared of that one. For some reason, I'll do the crazy jump at the top of the tree, but that one, yeah, I just don't deal with.
That's right. Okay, and then this is the snare bear that I was talking about. We'll just gold feather into him and stand right here and just not take damage.
Oh.
Yep.
Great.
Cool.
Yeah, I wish there was a hitbox viewer for this game.
Jump above that thing either.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, this is a very note-heavy season. I think there's like 48 notes in here or something. It's pretty crazy. So the majority of notes are gonna be in this little area.
Very nice. I love dive bombing onto those 3 notes and just exiting out. So like Storm said earlier, the run is like very kind of gold feather sensitive, I guess you could say. Like we do not grab many gold feathers, but we need them for these snare bears in fall. There is a backup you can do specifically on, I think, maybe all of them, but this one specifically, if I didn't have a gold feather, we could do a little trick to grab them without a gold feather, doing like a ground pound or something, but thankfully we don't have to.
Doing some very scary jumps here. Very laggy area as well.
I'm just gonna get rid of that guy. And another scary guy right here. Yeah, we're good. Thank you, Mr. Buzzbomb. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that guy can be in very odd positions and can just knock you off if you're not careful, so got good RNG there.
I would help out Nabnut, but I need to go grab some notes again real quick. So we'll just
some
there.
Cool slope movement there, heavily abusing the slope timer.
Normally Irie is here, but we do not grab any of the caterpillars and we do not unlock Irie from spring, so we don't see him there.
It's like one of the slowest G's in the game, so and we don't need Eddie, so.
Nope. And time for the final bit clip of the run.
And if you thought it was over, we got one more. Nice. Yeah, that one is very easy. Yeah.
First try.
Don't have to do any angle buffers or anything. Just got to go forward because you basically just spawn on the seam. You don't have to, do any crazy bit clip setup to get onto a specific spot. You just have to do your beak bars, do your punch, and then do your punch cancels, which punch cancels are just basically like frame perfect cancels out of punches.
Yeah,
they're pretty easy to do.
B and then A, like pretty much one after another.
Yeah, and sometimes you can do it in 2 frames, then it messes up the setup, and that's very annoying. You can't really even tell if you do 2-frame punch cancels on that fall bit clip, so it can be very annoying.
I can't believe I grabbed that. I was like not in a good camera angle for it, but let's go.
All right, now we have like probably the coolest part of the run coming up is the B, using the B to get all these remaining notes that we skipped.
Let's do it.
B time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Soon.
We do have the extra health here, so all good.
Yep.
But I do still need the one on top of...
So yep, no more memo tokens.
Yep, that's the last one we grabbed. No washi!
No washing machine. Although it would have been funny to get a washing machine.
It would have been. I feel like this marathon run type thing is where you should get those. But.
Yeah, I know, yeah. You gotta showcase everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure to get the extra life as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Funder is going to be doing a clip on this 765 note door to go out of bounds and evade the D transformation triggers that block you from using the B outside of this lobby. So yep, it was just that fast, and you can just go anywhere you want now in the lair.
Yep. You can see the ceilings in some rooms just don't exist. You think it's like a black top on the ceiling. Nope, you just fly over it.
Yeah, no ceiling in this room either, so you can just kind of fly up and go out of bounds. Yep. And get into Rusty Bucket Bay. I would say later, not early, but...
yeah, it's definitely late. It's not RBB early at all.
Yeah.
You are quite late.
Yeah, some very cool movement here. You can get into a spot you usually can't get to and then fall down. And get these notes. Yep.
So you can see the B in action. It's quite powerful.
Yeah, very powerful.
All these notes just in like higher up parts. You can just quickly fly to it all. Just so fast.
And doing a clip here to very fast. Okay.
Very good.
Cool. To get into this part of the engine room. And then this is really fast as B.
Favorite part of the video game, most likely, right? Everyone enjoyed this room thoroughly.
My favorite room in the entire game.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's been only fun memories,
I'm sure.
Yeah, doing basically your entire childhood trauma in less than 30 seconds. So.
Yep. And it's gone.
Yep.
It's all good.
Yay! Speed ran trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. All right. Be careful of some boxes.
Yep.
This crate can sometimes be a bit of a pain, but hopefully we're good. Nice.
Cool.
Awesome. So we need to get hit there for some damage we need to take for later. Ooh, that's a good grab. Okay. And technically, I could get hit one more time by these guys. It would, I think, be ideal. However, there's going to be the kitchen coming up here where one of the guys in there might hit me, and that would just be
nice.
Very bad.
Didn't land there.
Didn't land there either. Let's go.
Yeah,
oh, that is
very impressive. That's a very, very difficult area.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you land...
Funderful has entered the building.
Yeah, Funder pops off with the B, so...
Which is kind of funny, though, because so many of my runs lately have not...
Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I don't want to talk about this. No, we're not. We're not talking about that. Definitely did not mean to miss that.
But yeah, something very important to know with the B is that... Whoa!
Okay.
Is that you...
Pull the brakes.
You always kind of want to be, flying pretty much all the time with the B. If you're walking, it's very slow. It's slower than, talent trap movement, so... Flying is very optimal.
Yeah, there's times where we definitely can't fly and we have to walk, and it will seem slow, but it's still faster to walk at certain parts. I think like the most notable one will be the snippets room in Clankers when we get there. You'd think you'd be able to fly in there to get them faster, but
No.
sadly it's not.
Getting kind of a slow note, honestly. And then come down here and get these notes, and then we're pretty much almost done with RBB, Rusty Bucket Bay.
Yep. Not too bad of a Rusty. Couple mistakes here and there.
Yep. I got these notes in flight. And then since this window has no collision, you can just use it to void out and get back to the start of the level without dying. And obviously
back over the wall once again.
Yep, no ceiling again, so got to use it to get back. The bee, unfortunately, unlike the other transformations, can't go through water, so you have to go around it at all costs.
Yeah.
And you're going to be seeing that a lot in Clankers Cavern, so.
But before we get to Clankers, we get to go to some... Oh. There we go. Okay. I was actually kind of scared the camera wasn't going to click back to me. I've had that happen a very long time ago, but yeah, there's a little spot in the top of the tree there you can just fall straight through. There's like a tiny hole, and that's Gobies.
Can't ever get up there normally, so just assumed, you know, didn't protect it at all.
I do.
Ooh.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Saved?
Nice. Wow, that's very impressive.
We'll take that.
Very impressive backup.
Again, landing there would be very bad. You move so slowly. The fact that I was able to save that, that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Never actually saved it like that before, so that's sweet.
Never
Yeah, if you land there,
before. We said it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, missed a note.
Yeah, I'll go back for that later. It'll be slightly faster later to grab it.
Yeah, I think this is probably my favorite B level is Gobies.
Oh yeah,
I think it's very, very fun. A lot of movement, a lot of flying, not a lot of walking.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure. My absolute favorite used to be that old route we used to use the bee in Bubble Gloop Swamp, but we've sadly replaced that with this one now, so.
Just a bit faster to do this one.
Oh, I can't fly, okay.
Yeah, that slope is really weird. You can't even do it on this one either, so.
Yeah. That's okay. Your time loss. So it is very important that I had grabbed that extra life at the top of Click Clock Wood, because I think we would have already game overed by now, right?
I believe so, yep. Because if you have 0 lives and you void out, it initiates a game over for some reason. Don't know why that happens, but it just does. Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Wow. Amazing.
Awesome.
Some really good sections in this Gobies.
We'll take it. I have one goal in Clankers, and that's going to be to try to get the fast cycle.
That would be crazy.
It would be crazy. I haven't hit it once before. Like, I haven't gotten it, even like in practice, I don't think. So if we can somehow get that in this run, I would be so amazed.
Oh, almost missed that loading zone.
I know. It'll like clip me back in. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, we did a little out of bounds thing there where it pushes you out, and you can use that to get into this Ruby's chamber early. So.
Yeah. And I'm just taking some damage because, again, we are death working.
Yep. Out of here. We used to do a cool void out here, but unfortunately, this new route, it's faster just to die. So, because of just your health allocation.
No need for a shock pad there. We can just fly straight through. Okay.
Yep. One more level.
Yep. definitely the hardest one.
Yep.
As the B movement goes.
I think this is very cool to watch though, because it breaks this level in half. So
yeah,
good luck.
You're gonna see some pretty cool stuff here. Good. Very clean start. Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Let's go. Again, just fly over the wall like it doesn't exist.
No ceiling.
Ooh, that's close. That's fine. I almost grabbed that other note too. Wow. See, that part I just love. That's my favorite part of Clankers.
Yeah, that's so cool.
All those notes is just so fast. It's so
very impressive.
As a person, by the way, who has played this game, if you have not played this game in chat, you will know how difficult this game is to control. So all of this is genuinely so impressive to me.
Yeah.
And then we just sneak under this little layer of water, and now we're flying under the water. Does that make sense? I don't think so, but that's okay.
That's how it works. It's like the opposite of Ocarina of Time. So if you go out of bounds and go around the water plane, you just won't swim or anything. You won't interact with the water. So yeah, the bee usually can't go underwater, as I said, so.
Yeah. The moment you actually touch the water and then you're under the water, the game will now think you're a bee under the water. It'll constantly make you try to fly up. But because we flew around that plane, we're just waddling underwater.
Doesn't care.
No. Again, one of those moments where you think, oh, it might be faster to fly. That just sadly isn't. We get the waddle.
Yeah, this level is based on cycles with Clanker's bolt going up and down. And there's like cycles in 10-second intervals. And you have to make it in order to save some time.
Yeah, unfortunately, we will no longer make the fast cycle. I was supposed to grab that note in flight, and I missed it again, just like I did in runs earlier. So
I don't know. I'm a believer. I'm a believer.
Oh,
I think you got this.
Oh, okay. Let's do it then. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, believer hype.
Oh. And we gotta be very quick. They're chasing us! Run!
No!
Get out of there, little bee!
Yep.
Be careful!
You just go slightly faster than these guys, so it's not as scary as it looks.
Yeah, it's really not. So this is one of those moments where the game is trying to force us out of the water because we entered the water, so we can't stay under the water for very long. Quick little extra life grab in there. That's good. Sadly, there goes the fast bolt cycle. So we were off by like 3 seconds. But not bad. Not bad. That fast bolt cycle is still haunting me to this day. I will make it during one run, but God, it's just so difficult.
All right, saving the Jiggy or killing the Jiggy?
Well, now we're oh no.
Killing the Jiggy? All right.
I guess so. Oops, that's my bad.
So yeah, it's actually faster to grab that Jiggy, but sometimes you can just skip it. It's funny.
Sometimes you do what I do and you contemplate your decision. Why did you do that? And I just don't feel like being in here, so we're just gonna go through the wall. And we'll sneak under the water plane again and keep on walking.
Yep. And we're pretty much almost done with collecting our notes.
The last few notes should be in this room. We got to be very careful. This is like really precise inputs, okay?
All right, good luck.
It's really not bad at all.
Yeah, you
the
just
bee is
walk.
just too small that he won't get hit by the blades, so. Then we just deadlift one more time. Perfect.
Yeah. Very important to
bad
death warp and
clankers.
clankers.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Before we get into the last part of the game here, you mind if we take a quick word, update on some GDQ
absolutely.
stuff? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sure y'all know that Summer Games Done Quick 2025 is going to be live in Minneapolis from July 6th to the 13th. You can register to attend the event by May 26th. Use !SGDQ in Twitch chat or visit gamesdonequick.com for more information. And on that note, the games list for Summer Games Done Quick 2025 is dropping tomorrow. So if you would like to see that games list, go ahead and follow our socials channels. And I am so hyped. I'm sure y'all are as well.
Let's go. Nice. Can't wait for some good GDQ runs this year. That'll be great.
Yeah, me too.
It's going to be a fantastic event.
Mm-hmm.
Little slide under that clucker. Good.
Yep.
Okay, so upcoming here with the lovely little quiz show. Not a fan of this lately because, I'll let Storm kind of explain what the issue with this one is.
Yeah, so basically there's this stupid quiz board that we have to do. We have to answer quiz questions. All of them are RNG based. And we have to get to this very specific square because if you go into Talon Trot within like a 1 pixel gap between each like square question, you're basically allowed to go into Talon Trot and then you can answer the death square question incorrectly. And then the game is like supposed to throw you off into the lava. But since you're in Talon Trot, it just doesn't do that. And you can, and the invisible walls for the entire board go down and then you can just skip Furnace Fun that way. Very, very cool. Yeah. Saves a ton of time. Like it's ridiculous. Probably
so many bottom answers.
Yikes.
So this counts as a picture question, but we are not on the death square yet, so we're okay. Yep. We'll answer this right.
There's a 20% chance you can get a picture question, and that means the trick doesn't work.
And we didn't get one. Let's go.
Nice.
It's a Game Boy, right?
Yeah, Game Boy. There you go.
Darn. Well, we'll just... I don't care to answer the rest of these questions.
Yep, the game is supposed to throw you into the lava, but it doesn't. All the barriers are down, and you can just use that to get right into this next room here. And you can, just attack Grunty if you want to.
Give her a quick little peck before we go.
Yeah. Good luck, Peck, yeah. One last trick, probably the hardest trick in the entire run, maybe. I don't know. It's very nerve-wracking.
I would say so. Mm-hmm. Dog skip, Door of Grunty skip is very precise.
So this requires 25... Yep, and so this door requires 25 jiggies, and we're going to be skipping them all.
Hopefully. Oh, okay, I'll take a third try.
What did I tell
Absolutely.
You? You got it.
Let's go.
There you go.
That was really good. Yeah, we were going through this before, and that's really awesome. Great job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll take it.
That's a frame-perfect trick. I believe it's a Nintendo 64 exclusive, yeah. So you're just basically building up a ton of lag there, and then you can do a frame-perfect jump once you're out of bounds to go back in bounds and then skip the door. Very, very important.
There's like a tiny like hole where we walk into that you can like very visibly see if you zoom into first person, and you can get a frame-perfect jump in the air out of bounds, and you can sneak past that door. You saved 25 entire jiggies needed.
Yeah.
So very good trick. Oh. Grunty, you're supposed to get it. There we go. I've been aiming so bad lately on this first part.
Oh, I forgot to mention. So we have 100 eggs right now. It's because we did a hitbox extension to get the 100 egg refill early. It's very easy. You can just peck the door and you can get the egg early.
Yeah. And those feathers that we grabbed on the Freezy Peak scarf, that's basically most of the feathers that we have right now. Like Storm said earlier, we don't need that much flaying in this game right now. So.
Yep. And this battle is pretty much a glorified auto-scroller. It is pretty fun, though.
There is one problem with it, and that's coming up right here. There's an issue with this Jinjo statue.
Yep.
Because these cutscenes are now overlapping, because I got the skip, there is a chance we soft lock.
Yep.
There is a chance, and we will find out if these don't work now.
and I kind of want it to happen. Maybe I'm evil, but okay.
Not on that one.
Nope.
We didn't get soft lock.
Nice, amazing. Let's go. Yeah, I believe that's only like a 1.0 thing. I think they patched it on the other versions, so probably won't happen to you if you're playing on like Xbox or something.
Yeah. All right, let's grab some health here because I don't like being at 1 HP. Not doing a very good job of lag reduction. I don't know if that worst at it. Ah, almost got the rocket jump.
Yeah, you can do a trick there where if you go into Beak Buster while the cutscene starts, you can like cancel the Beak Buster, you can go flying in the air. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Little fun fact, you technically don't need to save any Jinjos in this game to unlock this Jinjonator.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a gold feather, nice. But we did save one blue one in Mumbo's Mountain. And that was about it, so.
Yeah, and time. GG's.
Nice.
That's better than my PB, so by like 7 seconds.
We did get a 104.18. So
yep. Very
about
impressive.
5 minutes off record, but I made some. Honestly, the bit clips were like the biggest time losses. That's just how they go in this game. Either you get them or you reset and you go again. So yeah, but GG. There we go. That is Grunty defeated for 80%, and that's the run. Awesome. I don't know if there's any other mentions that we want to say for the run itself, but yeah.
If you want to see an even faster time on the Xbox release of this game, definitely go to speedrun.com and check that out as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where can
fast.
everybody find both of you?
So I am at twitch.tv/Funderful. I do these runs absolutely as daily as I can. We're literally trying to push for an even better record. I do currently hold it, but I want to push it down to a 58.39 or better. Currently, we're sitting at a 59.09, so we're almost there. We're getting close.
Almost there.
Yeah.
And you can find me at twitch.tv/TSRstormed. I don't stream that much, but if you want to check out my YouTube as well, I'm youtube.com/TSRstormed. I post a lot of glitches and stuff on there, and you can check that out if you're interested in glitches and that sort of stuff. So.
Quick shout out to my cat Bean. He's been my emotional support this whole time. He's been a very good boy. So shout outs to Bean.
Hi, Bean.
Big shout outs.
Thank you for bringing Bean on camera. We love pets so much here at GDQ and on Creature Corner.
I do too. He's great. Awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for showing this run. It was a whirlwind, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. And if you've been enjoying the show and you want to see more about what we do here on Hotfix, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to check out this season's lineup and check out the schedule for an in-depth look at this week's runs. But we're not even done here on Creature Corner tonight. We are going to be back very soon with Donkey Kong 64 Tag Anywhere No Levels Early Race. So don't go anywhere.